I'll be honest, I don't like covering stories like this. They're pretty awful. Somebody lost their life, and there's nothing sensational about it. And the truth is, this kind of thing happens more often than I report on. But it's important people understand that these incidents do happen, and that they're not always the dramatic battery explosions you see online. Sometimes it's something small, a simple design decision, or that placement of one component that ends up costing somebody their life. The problem is,
I'm eating a cookie. I got a cookie. I got eggs. I got cookie. I got 2 cookies. I already ate half a cookie when nobody was looking. There's only half of it left. 2 cookies? Well, that's a good deal. Let's listen to the radio. The radio, we got 4 minutes. I'm a little early. I could have poured off my beer, waited. Pour off beer. Come on now. Nobody's been here in a long time. But thanks for not bothering me. Good head of foam on that pour. Slept all day. What was the only thing I remember? Joe Flacco interview. Nobel Peace Prize, switcheroo. Anything else today? Death row is popping. You gotta find a good death row channel on YouTube. You can't live without it. Got a new lighter today in the kitchen. Some guy tried to give me a pack of American Eagles. I was like, give me your lighter. And then 3 minutes later, he forks over his lighter after I forgot. So he's trying to quit smoking. He looks like Santa Claus. I'm like, oh yeah. Don't fuck with those American spirits, man. That's some bad tobacco. Smoke. We got better ammonia. That's right. We got ammonia. Ghoul shows up. I'm gonna show you half a cookie. Except this is a 50-cent cookie. Okay, two for $1. Really not that bad a deal. Should I touch up my makeup? Well, my makeup looks like crap. This is for the Penn State Northwestern game today. Beat Penn State. Northwestern, please, Wildcats. Come on, Wildcats. You didn't know this is a Wildcat channel. I was raised by Wildcats, man. Wildcat alumni. People who went to Northwestern are the people who raised me. What's my saying? Give me a piece of that cookie. I know, man. Almost all gone already. Looks like crap. All right, yeah, good, we're done. I have to shove these eggs in my mouth next. Next comes the eggs. The radio's oh, come on.
All right, this is Fox Football Saturday. We're breaking down your football day. Looks, touchdown. You're listening to Fox Football Saturday. From the plays to post-game, your football teams are wrapped here. Fox Football Saturday.
Football Saturday. Here comes, okay, eggs.
Fox Sports Radio Studios. Here's FNA, Kevin Figures and Adam Osley.
That's right, the final hour of Fox Football Saturday with me, Kevin Figures, and he, Adam Oslin, at KFig1 is where you can find me on X. You can find Adam on X as well. Coming up this hour, we'll have 2 on, 2 off. We'll also talk a little bit of college football and get back into the NFL six-pack. You know, before we get to the NFL six-pack, just really quickly on baseball, you heard Steve DeSager's update talking about the Major League Baseball postseason. We had that epic finish in Seattle on Friday night.
Were you sleepless in Seattle?
A little bit.
Will you remember that game the rest of your life?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what. No, I love in extra innings.
Show the channel some love.
Anything like that in the postseason because it went 15 innings, but the pitching.
Is this AI? Am I the Yeti?
Yeah. I mean, that game, you had the
Don't-
game for the Dodgers and Phillies the other night,
Don't
which was
choke.
also spectacular pitching. But I want to get your take on this, and we'll get back into the six-pack. Because I said at the time, this is not, Monday morning quarterbacking, but we're second-guessing.
Yeah.
After 6 innings and 98 pitches, I believe he threw. I said, why are you taking this guy out? Leave him in. It's the postseason. His arm falls off at 99. It's just, that's how it works. Exactly. Is there like a line? So, like, when you get to 101 pitches, you officially determine
I didn't finish my cookie with a I washed it out with a hurricane.
magic number of 99 or 100, all of a sudden we have to take him out. And the guys will
Come on, to say some shit. Get Dory.
The other night by the Dodgers, which
Now, you saying all that when Dory's gonna come read it?
I think he was at 83. Now, Dave Roberts said the best playoff game he's ever had. He said he was cramping.
I just sucked the eggs right out of the plastic, that's right.
Back out there in the 6th inning after he had been cramping up, but he battled through that, and they didn't want to run it back out there because
I sucked the eggs right out of Dory.
also in my mind I said the exact same thing.
Yeah, the door.
That's an 83 pitches through 6 innings. Why the hell would you not leave
It's
it?
some Dory caviar, some baby Nemo, tastes real good.
Speeds to no end. When you find
That's what I'm talking about. You can eat.
number of 90 or 100 pitches, Jerry
Mommy, mommy.
Sweeney was 101 miles an hour.
But they ended up beating him twice in this series, actually, which is crazy.
When he went out, I think it was 2. So I mean,
So he didn't get home with the loss, but the games that he started, Seattle ended up winning.
Show's up.
maybe.
Show's over.
Probably with that many pitches, but state is off. I think the rally happened that very next inning.
Now, they couldn't have anticipated that they were going to go 15 innings and burn through all the pitchers that they did, but that was honestly one of those games where no one deserved to lose.
That is true.
I felt like, there's no crying in baseball, but if you lose that game, like, the Tigers,
Okay, okay. I have to take the earplugs out when I do the gimmick, all right? It's like squeezing little things in your ear, like it makes your jaw hurt because you got these fuzzy thing, foam in your ear. Next time, take the earplugs out before I take the ink. There's too much in my head. I'm plugging my head full of stuff. 4 plugs. Well, there's like 4 plugs. The only. Here's my chocolate chip. I'm gonna. No rush. Eat it later. It's gonna make my teeth look all like I didn't brush. I'll do that after the show, okay? Finish the chocolate. I got some vegan lunch leftovers too. And I ate my fish today. Today's fish lunch with the old people. Had a cup of coffee and a milk. And now we're ready to starve all weekend. Okay? Because there ain't shit to eat around here on the weekend. I passed some croissants on the floor. Some bakery had put out all their unsold croissants on Friday night because the bakery isn't selling shit on Saturday. Okay. Here's my new lighter, which I appreciate. It's orange, like the Bengals. The Dodgers have no schedule. They have no idea when they're going to play again. They're just chilling. That's the best position to be in. Like, usually, tickets are already sold out. I'm drinking this beer, and I was expecting it to taste like Venom for a second. You let me get my beers into me. Christian McCaffrey will be CMC Comeback Player of the Year, right? Right. The 49ers are so desperate. They're pushing Coach of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. But they won't win anything. They're playing in Tampa Bay. They lost the Super Bowl in Miami. Okay. They were previously, the NFC was undefeated in every single Florida Super Bowl. The AFC had never won a Super Bowl in Florida. Okay? And then the Chiefs beat the 49ers. And now the Jags have came to San Francisco and won. And here comes the 49ers going down to Tampa Bay for a ritual loss. Can't wait. I only briefly looked at tomorrow's college schedule. It is Penn State versus Northwestern. I want Penn State to blow out. I want them to have a dance party. Because the kids are ghetto. They're trashy. They're trashy people. And you still need to get evidence on tape, okay, guys? So go beat up on the Northwestern Wildcats, please. My alma mater, we know what to expect from you. Maybe we'll beat up on you. We'll beat up on Penn State. I hope people just get hurt. I hope people are playing and getting hurt, because if you're not hurt, you're not playing football. It's not football if you're not hurt. I'm talking about, I don't get hurt. That's a big game, Wolverines at USC, okay? USC is not in the top 25, which is kind of sad to see. Whack teams. Honestly, the biggest game of the day, it has to be Florida FSU, or the Central CFU. The Tampa Bay College is up in Cincinnati. These cities are like this. All the kids in Tampa and all the kids in Cincinnati, they don't give a shit about Michigan kids playing for the Wolverines or even the Trojans. Okay, this is a special a reunion. If the Trojans were pushing top 25, maybe I could lean on that. Double check who looking at the top 25. Michigan is 15. It should just be an uncompetitive game. Michigan should just easily win. It's so hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cookie subscribers. And I will watch the pregame show, hopefully. Where are they playing? Dang it, in LA. Yeah, I'll get the pregame show. It's on some Troy channel. Good pregame show. Watch the band march around. Inside Troy, right? Good channel, Inside Troy. I watch, so I take it for granted. I will have access to the vibe of sitting in the stands of the Coliseum, whereas I don't know what these scrawny little kids from Ohio are gonna look like versus a typical Florida kid. Michigan kids and USC kids are overexposed. Ohio State is overexposed. There's always Nepo babies and really rich kids. Strange people go to Cincinnati. Okay, I'm not the whole. You actually get an education because they're so bad at sports that they know they're never going to win shit. So they still learn stuff. Like I think they go into a stronger career field, like government. It's East Coast. They do East Coast. They do West Coast. It's a good place to. Michigan is just north, and it's not the Spartans. And it's not a rematch. It's a rematch of the Rose Bowl I went to. I've seen Michigan I've seen those two teams play in the Rose Bowl, and the last time I went. The Trojans won. It was 1988. Okay. It's strange. It's a very legendary historical matchup. Okay. But Trojans are not high ranked. There was this guy Ricky Irvin, and he was better than Michael Irvin. Cheers. should have blown that in the camera. Okay, now I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chug until you stop spamming the hearts. I got nine chugs when you were not pressing the heart, okay? That felt so exciting. The Giants are looking like they want to play the 49ers in the playoffs. And the last thing that 49ers would want to do is get to the playoffs and lose to the Giants, okay? The 49ers have a New York Giants. Any year could be our lucky year model. Good burp. Betty White becomes the WWE World Championship. The Golden Girl. She does a frog splash off the top rope. Bro, I love this AI. Sora 2. Do you watch Sora 2? It's not really that good. It's just like the old Sora. I don't know. There's less. The animation's better. So the computer graphics suck. Mortal Kombat. Glitch jabbing. Got the tutorial today. Hold punch. Press block and press down back while you throw punches. Got a scatterbrain. I got a scatterbrain. Getting big hits off the vape. You like Sora 2? Bros cooked. I know Sora is scary, but it's good for WWE. I like seeing that because wrestling is cool. I want to watch wrestling, man, but I don't want to watch Seth Rollins. I don't want to watch CM Punk. But now I can actually watch wrestling. And I'm not watching Jake Paul put on makeup. I'm watching Mr. Rogers get pinned by Bob Ross. I watched Mr. Rogers join the NWO. Okay. Sort of wrestling, but it's just better, man. Like it'll go down in history. All these little fake matches, they'll all go down in history. Yeah. Look for Mr. Rogers or Stephen Hawkins in Hell in a Cell, crushing people with his wheelchair from the top of the cage. That's just crazy, man. Now the WWF has to bring their shit up to another level. It puts pressure on them. They still want to pretend they're Raja Rampage with a 22 punch combo. They fake everything. They fake Stone Cold bringing a gun, putting it towards McMahon's head, and it little says. It's great. It's good. Couldn't be better. And then when you actually want to give respect, there's no Mr. Rogers joining D-Generation X. I haven't seen that. You see, the creators who are working at Sora 2 are like, no, Mr. Rogers, he's going to join NWO. And nobody's going to join D-Generation X because nobody would want to. You don't get respect for hanging out with Triple H, you know. You want to be friends with Shawn Michael? Yeah, how did that work out? How many friends does Shawn have now? None? None? Okay. How many friends does Triple H have? None? None? Old people don't need friends. I mean, obviously, it's different. Being in my age, about 50, we look at other people like, So, how many friends does Jerry Rice have? None? None? How many friends does Ark Monk have? A lot. How many friends? How many friends does Stevie Richards have? Too many. Too many. How many friends does The Undertaker have? Zero. Zero. The Undertaker doesn't have any friends. Didn't Vince McMahon ever have friends? No, he has stooges. You know the word stooges? It's a waiting game. Everybody's waiting for their inheritance. To be polite. Don't be polite. That's why you get 6 people living in a house. Okay? We only had 4 people in my house growing up. There really wasn't that. 4-person house is small. Okay. The house was always have 4 people. We'd have my brother, me and my brother, my mom and my sister, 2 guys, 2 girls. Everybody trying to intellectually one-up each other. Everything is snide and under the table. I want to show you this content my brother just created, but it's Facebook. I don't want to drag it into the YouTube realm. My brother had a lot of friends. My sister had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends. Three, if you can count on one hand, 3. A Korean friend, an Indian friend. Can't remember the number 3. My South Korean friend is kind of crazy. I do have a half sister named Charlotte. Nobody ever sees her. Charlotte was born in the 60s. Boring zest. Just boring old zest. I'm not offended. Nobody's having better sex than me, so I'm not going to... I talk to everybody. I'd rather talk to everybody in the world instead of just a single family member. And my nobody else in my family has the capability to talk to everybody in the world. They have phones and they don't stream. So until they can even get close, they couldn't get close. Okay. Yeah, the neck rotation. And I learned from my I learned from an old lady who worked too much at the computer in the 80s, and her neck got really stiff. And she ended up being like 90, so. Yeah, I like a big thick neck woman. But not if she's afraid to take pictures, you know what I'm saying? I'm a waiter. I'm a chubby waiter. Yeah, I can wait 20 years for a chubby woman, okay? You see perfectly fine porn stars in their 60s. So don't even bother trying to rush or talk to a girl in her 20s or her 30s, okay? If you're 40, then maybe you are smart. You have been exposed to a trickle amount of information. You might have had a trickle of an amount, okay? You want to compete economically with the other girls your age going into pornography around the age of 40, okay? You sit around, girls try and be decent most of their life, and until they realize that being decent isn't any fun and it isn't any money. And then you have to you have to be bossed around by ugly people, like fat people, poor people. It's like if all you have is good looks, people will, they'll try to keep you stupid. Like, oh, we got the prettiest daughters. We just don't let them know anything, Grow up, grow up. These stuck up these bitches, East Coast bitches. That's what they are. They're the biggest tease, the biggest cock teases on earth. Like, they're directly responsible for divorce rates, no commitment to anything. Well, you should be committed to your army and then making babies, okay? You don't try to be like, I'm a basket weaver, whatever kind of career people, what the fuck people do, man. Mark Sanchez is stabbing 69-year-old truck drivers, man, and you worry, you know, by the time the average American is 69, they'll be on a boat because they're afraid of roads. What are you gonna do? You gonna support some wacko career? Whatever civilians do. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I enjoy thinking about war all the time. Okay, so I don't know what these civilians do in their imaginary planet that they live on. Okay, I can't comprehend. It's beyond my comprehension. People who watch Doctor Who, that's what I put them right next to people who watch Doctor Who. Potential Doctor Who enjoyers, you know. Vince McMahon fans. Maybe I put the Doctor Who and Vince McMahon same crap. Okay. Hulk Hogan never got the toy deal that Sergeant Slaughter did. So it's all a damn lie. Hogan didn't even own his own likeness. Sergeant Slaughter still running his mouth, thankfully. Iron Sheik was training with Ric Flair before he was working with Hogan in Madison Square Garden. That match should have never have happened. New York's just like, yeah, get that Iron. We can use and abuse Iron Sheik. WWE ruined the Iron Sheik. He was a decent man before he started wrestling for Vince. If you go back at the pictures and you actually look at Iron Sheik, he was a decent man before he went up to New York City. Vince McMahon was giving him cocaine. And then he fired him for riding in a car with Nikolai Volkov. So fucking what? Fucking what? You got seen in a car? Yeah, so what? They couldn't wait to get rid of him. And then where did he go? He virtually disappeared and never did anything. The Iron Sheik was a non-existent since '85. And before WrestleMania. But this is before. Did Iron Sheik even wrestle at WrestleMania? No, not really. Let me double check. It's a crazy accusation, right? AWA Vern Gagne invited to go to class with Ric Flair at Gagne's wrestling camp under trainee Billy Robinson. Okay. WrestleMania 1, US Express, Mike Rotundo. Barry Windham, right? Everybody forgets. That was a bad match. Bad match? Tag team match? Iron Sheik was already tag teaming. Going from heavyweight champ to tag team with a Russian. sorry, no 8. I can hardly recall the few times where Iron Sheik could shuffle his feet into the ring. Everybody knew we were watching a cripple. This guy's gonna be a cripple. This guy can't even walk. He looks like a giant midget. Iron Sheik obviously had never watched TV. He didn't know what a real regular person looks like. You know, he didn't have TV in Iran. He didn't watch the Olympics. He didn't know Joe Flacco bored me in his interview. I guess I'm at the 41-minute mark. It's a North Korean military parade on Channel 13. Let's listen to the ASMR. YouTube asks, how likely am I to consider subscribing to HBO Max? I mean, honestly, likely, yeah.
본도를 낙관하는 뜨거운 환호가 계승자들의 힘찬 발걸음을 도와하고 있습니다. 우리 군대의 절대적 강세를 국방과학기술의 가속적 진보로서 믿음직하게 담보해가는 조선노동당의 붉은 과학전사들 국방과학원 총대를 김용환 중장이 이끌고 있습니다. 기성과 관념에 도전하고 불가능과 한계를 부정하며
Look at the
국방과학의 최고도화를
Koreans walk by.
하고 있습니다. 정규적 혁명 무력과 함께 국가 방위에 힘있는 역량인 노농청이군 총대가 김숙일 평양시당위원회 책임 비서를 위시하여 더더이 전진합니다.
It's the middle of the night when they're marching. They're all Christians,
다른 한
right?
손에는 마취와 낫과 붓을 이 옥투기 신념이 조선노동당의 80성산을 넘어들어 왔습니다.
People are waving flags.
우리 당지폭의 한 부분인
You wanna watch?
날리며 자랑스러운 소년 그대로 들어서고 있습니다.
Where's Kim? I want to see Kim.
산열들의 애국의 넋과 전통을 이어받은 믿어온 기승자들을 10월의 광장이 반기며 금기로 떠받들고 있습니다.
We get an ad.
주로의 강군의 무기를 더해주는 기대화 종교들의 철의 진군입니다. 조선민주주의 인민공화국의 주력 탱크 종대가 선두에서 자기의 막강한 존재감을 시위합니다. 천마의 노호에 산악도 비켜서고 폭풍질주에 서풍치는 강화도 길을 내줍니다. 강한 화력과 빠른 기동 및 장애 극복 능력, 믿음직한 방어 체계와 장갑, 높은 전자 정보 처리 능력을 갖춘 신형 탱커들은 육군 현대화의 새로운 진보를 시사하고 있습니다. 주요 기동 토종대가 이어서 출현합니다. 높은 기동성과 강한 화력을 자랑하는 최신형 포. 포병 전력 강화에서 이룩된 질적인 변화를 실감하게 하고 있습니다. 다련장 전술 유도무기 정대가 용용한 흐름을 이어가고 있습니다. 높은 명중 중압도와 기동력을 생명으로 하는 유력한 장비의 흐름입니다. 조선인민군의 전투력을 과시하며 다용도 방사포 및 전술 유도무기 종합체가 진군하고 있습니다.
College football player in America. Your team, your college football coverage. Sports Radio. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Feature products are compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy. Brands with real history are highly valued. Strauss was founded in 1948 by Engelbert Strauss, and it's still family owned and run to this day. Strauss is trusted by workers all over the world. Their pants are like tools you can wear, smart pocket design, all-day comfort, and durability you can count on. And now Strauss is making history as the first brand ever with its logo on Major League Baseball helmets. From the job site to the big leagues, from grit to glory, gear engineered to perform. Gear up now at Strauss.com. That's STRAUSS.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the relief hotline at 800-707-6152. 800-707-6152. 800-707-6152. Walking into a building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
Your response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community. Barbara Palma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love and to lost.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com.
Drone.
Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the
Drone launcher.
Building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
Your response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community. Barbara Palma, owner of
Those are multiple U's. I would say those are the ones that land and get reused. Recyclable drones. Is it nighttime over there? I don't think so. Was this yesterday?
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love.
Wide. That's wide. Wide. Ultra wide. Teddy Belcher. You're watching Teddy Belcher. Ultra wide. You're listening to Fox Sports. North Korea never had a problem getting top talent either.
Eventually, sometime between now and the end of the season, Bill Belichick will be gone at North Carolina. Maybe it's in a week, maybe he coaches the rest of the year, maybe it's they have to figure out a buyout, or maybe it's the day after the season ends. Belichick is gone. This is it. I don't know how many more times we're going to see him take the field to North Carolina's head coach. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe five. But at the end of this year, that ends the Bill Belichick era. This has gone horribly wrong on so many levels. So many levels. And again, I go back to saying I knew when college football was too much for him when he banned.
Damn, North Korea gonna copyright strike my shit, bro. North Korea gonna copyright strike my shit. You think King gonna copyright strike? No.
Jason Smith, Mike Harmon, weeknights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. When it comes to the things we do,
YouTube is for watching army shit. I don't want to watch the gamers. May I have some more?
Be sure to tune in to Fox Sports Radio's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BetMGM. Every Saturday and Sunday morning, we will count you down to all of the biggest games for
What's
3
that?
hours
What's that?
to kickoff.
Who was that?
Plays it up to the second inning.
What's that?
Tune in to Countdown to Kickoff presented by BetMGM every Saturday and Sunday morning right here on Fox Sports Radio and the iHeartRadio app.
What was that? What was that? Crocodile, alligator? That's-
Alright, so last week, once again, 3-1. So really
Now people are, they see the nuke coming out. The nuke. Stand for the nuke. The nuke. We salute. Kim's got that awesome salute. Spin the camera, spin a Rooney, 5 times. In your face.
You want to give me your 2 ons?
Oh no, it ran over you.
So one of my on, I know I gassed up the Cardinals a little bit earlier in the show on the 6-pack, and I still think they'll give the Colts a run for the
11 by 11. Will
Well, the line is 7. The Colts are a 7-point favorite, and I think that's on and is about right. I think at worst, I think it might end up being a push.
It reminds me of me.
The Cardinals are going to begin it the entire way through, but I do think that the Colts end up winning by a touchdown. Maybe it ends up getting up to 8.
Look, mom, I'm in a parade.
So I do have the Colts covering the 7-point spread. Yeah, that is one of my hawks. So my cat Shadow had their stride a little bit. The defense has been amazing all season long to this point. Offense still finding their footing. I know last week in my
Can't read chat.
Knicks, and I think he performed well, especially in that fourth quarter. So I think the Broncos at 7.5 favorites over the reeling Jets in London is an on for me. I wanted to pick that game, but my cat Tuca did not. Tuca, the Rams, -7 on the road against the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, Kim knows that's the end of the parade.
And I think may have
Kim is looking left, looking right.
the door because they got
Everybody's about to get up and leave their seats.
Even if we're 1-5, they still have all these games left against their division to play. Oh, they're thinking 1-2-3 Cancun for the next week. Now, come on now. Ben Exel's not involved like this, right? But I got the Rams covering, who basically are coming off their own bye after that Thursday night loss, a tough one when they were favored by 8 against the 49ers and somehow shot themselves in the foot the entire night. Some way, Kyle Shanahan.
That's the last one, the last rock that's come. There's nothing behind that. It's exiting.
Favorites. What about the dogs here? Browns. They are the 6.5-point underdogs against the Steelers. I pretty much went through why I like the Browns and Dylan Gabriel in our previous segment earlier in the show on the Six Pack. So that Steelers defense has not been good as a reputation with state.
Yeah, the Browns should be able to rush for 100 yards. That's all you want to see.
The Browns pull the upset here and end up being the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for my other off, we got the eating. Yes. Not just covering.
Goodbye, Kim. All right, it's time to say goodbye.
How about that? All right.
These are goodbye waves.
For some reason, I guess the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, I don't understand it. I know the Chiefs are making some strides and are improving, but the Lions have been dominant offensively.
That guy couldn't see shit from his seat. You see that guy? He was sitting underneath the balcony. Man, he can't see shit from his seat. If you got one of the seats right underneath Kim's balcony, man, that sucks.
Also have the Lions plus 2.5 points. Is that what you got on it? Yes, it is. 2.5. I know they're on the road. They beat them there a couple of years ago in Arrowhead against a better Chiefs team. That was a huge game.
Look at him walk.
Chiefs on race.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Still there. I remember that vividly. That was a back and forth game, like 55-50. Insane. Yeah, it was unbelievable. So I got the Lions too. I think that'll be a pretty irritating game. I'm not saying that the Lions are going to run the Chiefs off the field by any stretch of the imagination, but just looking at how both teams are playing at this point in time.
The only Christian I trust.
To your point, one, golf has their number, and two, the Detroit Lions, I think with this victory might submit themselves. Maybe the best team.
My living embodiment of the Holy Spirit.
Off here on an underdog. I got the Dolphins plus 3.5 against the Chargers at home. I don't love it, but I'm doing it. Chargers are going to charge for Miami.
I walk like that now that I'm 50. I walk like that too. Feels good to walk like that.
Are you facing an unexpected financial emergency? You need weed.
이밤의 백광처럼 언제나 찬란히 빛발칠 위대한 천국의 눈부신 광희를 확신합니다. 김성은 동지께서는 열병식이 끝난 후 여러 나라 당 및 정부 수반들과 작별하셨습니다. 당 및 정부 수반들은
He's so soft.
건강하실 것과 조선노동당 조선인민의 투쟁에서 보다 큰 성과가 이룩되기를 충심으로 축원했습니다. 김정은 동지께서는 이 깊은 사의를 표하시면서 친손과 우리의 귀중한 역사와 전통이 더욱 깊게 이어지게 되리라는 확신을 표명하셨습니다. 성스러운 80년이 미래와 계승하는 이 역사의 분수령에서 가슴속에 더욱 굳건해지는 신념의 맹세는 하나, 우리의 존엄, 우리의 승리, 우리의 영광인 조선노동당이요, 위대한 주체의 빗발로 그 영원한 젊음으로 세월의 끝까지 우리를 이끄시라. 우리 심장 영원히 그 뜻으로 고동치리라. 조선인민의
It's starting to rain.
창조자인 불태당 조선노동당 만세.
It's Ninja Gaiden 4 commercial.
표자이시며 백전백승의 기치이신 김정은 동지 만세. 영광스러운 조선노동당 창건 88 만세.
Cheesy music. I don't understand it. Does it have lyric? The show's over? Live ended? Yeah, filter on Kim. And now we're 4 minutes over an hour. I'm gonna swipe up and look at my battery. And I'm at 36%. And I'm gonna plug it in and turn back up my sub counter. Turn back on that. Turn on that. We'll live without a filter. The filter lags my shit, dude. It just lags, and we got man. I hope Kim Jong copyrights my shit, dude. Because then I can donate all the profits to the Korea. Okay. I get Ghana football at the top of my list. The Sun is. I'm watching a different version of the live parade now. The live parade has ended. It started 20 minutes ago. It's over. It was on multiple channels 20 minutes ago. Okay. I watched it on Channel 13, and the Sun just ended up streaming it. That's Azerbaijan news. Azerbaijan was posting the parade, and I'm not sure what country the Sun comes from. Okay. Any suggestions? You want me to look at something else happening now? Channel 13 comes into the Korean army, Ukrainian army repelling Russians straight back to the Ukraine. I try not to watch Ukraine stuff like it's up to date because it's a long fight. I don't expect it to end this year. I mean, maybe in March when you traditionally pay your army. We'll see what the price of mercenaries cost and how many of the 2 million reserve in Russia can be forced down into the 4 oblast. Radio, I need radio. They're still talk. I don't want to listen to top football talk. If they were giving the schedule nonstop, I can figure out. I rejected that radio. They're talking.
I think facilities matter a lot.
Yeah. I'm so fickle. Even when I turn on the radio, I could turn it off in a second, and I don't flip around the dial because it's not LED. I can't have. It's got no backlight. A traditional Sony radio has no backlight. Right here. There's no backlight on the radio, so you can't work it in the dark. Yet you need a light to use this radio, and I don't fuck with the dial. I just turn volume up and volume off. But hey, it's my Sony. I can't live without Sony. I don't own PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't even have a radio. Right now, Fox is struggling to get on YouTube, but they could just Fox should be right next to the Simpsons game. Download the Simpsons and Fox Sports on your PlayStation. I think PlayStation 3 tried to block YouTube. They said nobody's gonna pay for any games on a PlayStation 3 because you can just watch your game for free. I'm gonna chug down the last of my beer next. But I still got over half of that dark chocolate cookie with white chunks in it. What is this white chunk? Is it white chocolate or is it macadamian? Is this macadamian? This is not a macadamian. Imitation macadamia. Is Michael Damian? Who is he? What show is he on? Was he on Beverly Hills 90210? Was he the guy that looked like Al Bundy? I mean, he looked like Bud Bundy, but successful. Yeah. I think Michael Damian. That's my what I immediately think. Search the web for Michael Damian. Born in '62. Is Michael David. Soap opera, Young and the Restless from '81. I'm not really familiar with him, but it's a big name. Okay, I definitely. His name was they were dropping his name all through the '80s, right? So that if you start in Young and Restless in '81, that's a very good place to start a career. I don't follow all the soap operas, those actors, but those type of people, they were like porn stars that never opened their legs. They were. I like the theme song. I didn't enjoy. As soon as it goes to one commercial break, I'm changing the channel. That's the way I think the average kid was. Everybody channel surfed. We had 13. If you had 13 channels, you were like, nice. This TV gets 13 channels. If you paid cable, you got 30 channels. Okay. If you had an antenna, man, you got like eight channels. Okay. So the break off is whatever I said, the first. If you have 30, you're pulling in Nickelodeon. That's for sure. Maybe if you have 30, you're actually getting the Disney Channel. And I grew up on that Mickey Mouse size early Disney 90s. So I've seen a lot of stuff. And there's some specials, after school specials I've seen in the 80s about being in a dungeon and doing drugs. I've never seen it. Where you're in the dungeon doing drugs on a trash can lid. Man, we don't have trash cans anymore. I need a retro, big ass silver Oscar the Grouch trash can lid just to hold my drug kit. The kit is I don't carry a kit. A kit would be actually a needle. I don't actually have a kit. Okay, I don't inject so. But to me, the pen is pretty much a kit. So I call it kit. I'm the Knight Rider. Kit is the car. It talks to me. What if I had a pen that said hit me every time I press the button? But there's only one button on it. I'm in a place where all my pens broke. I had 3 working batteries, and I'm currently working on just the blue. Only my blue battery is working. So at any moment, I could be waiting 4 hours for the head shop to open to go buy fucking 2 new pens, and then charge this for 4 while if it blinks at me. The silver is trashed. I'm gonna trash both reds. Reds are bad luck. It's 49er red. They think send that defective red one down to San Francisco. The 49er fans have extra money they can afford to pay for twice as many batteries, because the battery price, the price on everything, you can't get anything around here at a good deal. Going back-to-back hits, taunting my battery blink at me. That Kim Jong parade was less than 10 minutes. I probably missed the first half. I'm going to click on a random Final Fantasy Tactics stream. We'll hear menu music.
But we are waiting for movement. That's why we have him here.
She's got level 17. Heroes 20. The main, the main hero, Ramza. His name is goddamn Ram. But he's a lame hero. I want to now talk. You listen to this guy's response.
I'm just thinking we're getting our butts kicked really bad. It's probably not a bad idea to just bring in a couple of heavy hitters. Bring in Ashe again. Ashe did so good, and she's also only level 18. So bring in Ashe, keep you as is. Red, don't you have some thievery? Armor, weapon, accessory? I mean, it's not bad.
Mute the guy. I'm gonna wrap up this episode. It was a good episode. 214. This episode was called Cookie. We started with the cookie in the sky. That's to finish the cookie. I'm gonna hide behind the cookie. You can't see me. You can't see me. You're so happy you made it today. Look at that. Now I have crumbs on the keyboard. Get the camel hair brush. And I still got beer. I'm gonna chug the beer. Go down right there. Brush up to the table, put the table up. Ashtray up. In my boots with the camel hair. Camel? Is that real camel? From the air? Is my camel. You know what? I could technically brush my hair. Okay, we're gonna perform hygiene with the camel hair. Watch this. Okay, get ready. I don't know what will happen when all the hairs in my beard face the same direction. Let's find out. There's one hair sticking out, right? Or my scissors. One fucking hair. Oh, it went back in. Because I pulled it. If you pull your hair, it wants to spring in like this. Yeah. So, hey, I fixed it. And I brushed my beard out. Because I've been doing it with my hand. And men need, we can brush my entire head. I might as well brush everything. Brush everything up. You live with women, you just borrow her brush, right? Do you have a brush I can borrow? Do you have a hairbrush? Back in the 80s, everybody would borrow it. Girls would be taking their hairbrush out with them and shit. Now girls leave their hairbrush at home. Chocolate smear in the glass. I'm still surprised. We're 10 years in the same glasses. Should I start throwing the ball against the wall? You carry a hairbrush on you? Picture. That picture. This picture is in the center of Olympia, Washington. And a waste of piece of film. Paid to have it developed. But I was there with my daughter that day. That was one. I was just looking at, this picture. I don't know why I took it, but I was on set with my ex-wife and my daughter, and I was like, this was next to where I was taking pictures with my daughter, and I was like, we didn't, that's the last time I saw my daughter. That's the last architecture I saw before I walked away from her, right? Now, my sister has recently seen pictures of my ex-wife and my daughter, but thanks for letting me know you saw the pictures. I didn't do it. They're not in my inbox, but they're doing fine. To the rest of the beer, to Korea, when that star. I got goosebumps when the flag was going woo, 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 and the credits were rolling after that play. Kim Jong-un was on the spot. Even my wife was Army, right? So, and my daughter was born in an Army hospital, which means it didn't cost me nothing. Free babies. That's why you in the Army, because you get free babies. There's no discrimination against pregnant women in the Army. You simply take your leave and you get your doctor's appointment. That's it. That's it. If you want to pay for it the hard way, the civilian way, I don't know. No. I can grandfather any woman in. I can technically grandfather any woman into the program. They can go hang out with their broke dick men. You know what I'm saying? Broke dick. Good time to be alive. It's still, you don't. Parenting is a pain in the ass. You should let other people do it for you. Your job as a parent is to just be around your kid. And even the government should pay you to be around your kid. You're part of the government. We all work for the government. There's no. They get paid to decide if you get paid. No, they get paid to decide if you get paid. And all you have to tell them is that we get paid. And we're going to decide who else gets paid. Now, y'all don't have to. Some people can expose themselves as not committed to the government, absent without leave. You never appear downtown. This person doesn't exist. Is this person the Yeti? Sasquatch is not real. They're people who are said to be in the outskirts of the city. Okay, they're not there. If you're a season ticket holder fan, then you are. Everybody should be a season ticket holder fan of the government. And we're still in this era where you can hide, and there's fugitives. They caught the escaped Louisiana inmate in a house in Atlanta. He was hiding behind a wall. Right? All United States citizens work for the government. You firstborn and secondborn. Now the immigrant status is a residential status. It's not a government status. You guys just want to fight your government too much. Redistricting is good. Obviously, people move. I like what? Having fun. Let's finish my show. I said I would chug this. One gulp. Massive gulp. 2:27, 2:25 in the morning. Nope. The beard's coming in nice, yeah. Need a new do-rag. Too lazy to shine my boots. I want to watch TV in the kitchen. Big TV in the kitchen. It's more fun when other people are watching. Saturday, college football, free on YouTube. So it might be hard to get the Trojan game, but by the time the Trojans play at 6:30 or 7:30, they might. All the other guys are tired from running their mouth all day. I'll be running my mouth on Sunday. Let's look at the Sunday schedule because I'm only going to be covering the first 6 games, exactly like last week, okay? I predict my coverage this week will not include anything other than the opening games. And I'm not sure which ones will, if I'll even have live Bengal reaction. What games will I react to? I have to check. I'm not sure how much I want to sleep. I just slept like 16 hours. Oh, that's the NFL. These are week 6. The Bengals and Green Bay is a 1 o'clock game. For San Francisco and Tampa Bay is a 1 o'clock game. The 2 highest stress games I probably won't even be live. Okay. I mean, I won't be live during the Francisco game, and I won't be live. I'm just gonna predict. Ideally I would want to be, but I'm gonna sit and watch the 10 o'clock games. Rams. I'm gonna watch the Rams at 10. We'll follow the Pittsburgh game. We'll follow the Baltimore game. That's the Rams game. So we're basically we're looking at the 3 teams in the AFC North. I'm watching the Bengals. I'm looking behind the Bengals back. Okay, I want to see the 3 teams the Bengals have to edge out to get into the playoffs with 9 wins and an AFC North championship. So, ironically, the Browns need to win tomorrow, so they need to do the Cincinnati favor, so the Bengals can catch up. 1 game behind the Steelers. The Steelers have 4. They've only played. They're 3-1. Ironically, they're 3-1, not 4-1, because they got stuck with the bye. I predicted weeks ago the Browns would win this game, and the Steelers might not win another game for the rest of the season. So the Steelers could go 3-13, surprisingly. But as right now, the Ravens, the 10 o'clock is, even if Joe Flacco can't beat the Packers, the Bengals season is not over. The Packers are just one of the harder, more consistent teams the Bengals will have to face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 games at 10 a.m. I will be here for 7 games to have the most interaction with the most random fans, because random people will show up, right? So there'll be 14 teams playing when I play. We'll be waiting on the results of 4 games for the rest of the day, and then Monday night, right? How many is Monday night? 2. So the week will be halfway over. I'm only watching 14 teams. We seem to see there'll be 16 teams left to play. I'll just be talking about 16 teams that aren't playing at the moment, and we're focusing on the 16 teams that have concluded their game and are just playing right now. There'll be 7 games live. That's 14 teams. We will talk about the 2 teams that already played, which is the damn Eagles. Who gives a shit? Okay, we're pumping the Cowboys. The Cowboys are in Carolina at 10 a.m. So, I'm not gonna be like, if Cowboy fans join during the show, I'm gonna be yeah, Cowboys. The Bengals are gonna lose later. That's what answer for them is. Then it'll be Patriots at New Orleans. I expect New Orleans to not win much, and I think the Patriots are going to easily just have a fun time showing off their roster. And it'll be a big Patriot party. Like, the Patriots are required to show up to film sessions and show out. Like, the Saints are, they're going to wish they re-signed Derek Carr. By the time Derek Carr comes back into the league, he won't be a Saint, and he'll be in a playoff position, ironically, because Derek Carr is just smart enough to not end up on a losing fucking team. So we're waiting. We're New England in New Orleans. I could be in New Orleans watching the Patriots and getting all the other scores from around the league. That's the best place to be right now. If you could afford a ticket tonight, go in. You can be inside the Superdome for $29. I'll take that. I got $29 to sit inside the Superdome during the game, but I can't. Tampa Bay is outside. San Francisco's outside playing Tampa Bay. Who wants to go sit outside, man? I want to sit inside a dome arena because I'm not covering. When you go into a dome, you're getting information from outside the dome. You can cover 7 games at the same time inside the dome. If you go to the Tampa Bay game, there's only 2 other games playing at the time. What's the audience gonna talk to you about? You know, you want to get like feedback. You want to have 13 other fan bases. You, the team's gonna win it. This is that moment in my mouth. Battery. Give final focus on the name game because you will have the 13 other fan bases that are against you live currently playing in the. I don't want to accurately predict who's going to show up, who's going to be talking shit. Colt fans are going to be talking shit at 10 a.m. because they're playing Arizona, and they could be beaten. That could be a 50-0 game because both of those teams put up and get shut out all the time in their histories, like Colts at Arizona. But the Chargers in Miami could slip so far under the radar nobody realized it even happened because that's extremely far away from where we are. Most of us are not anywhere close to Miami. I assume chaotic bliss is Midwestern. Did I finish my beer? There's a taste. But yeah. And I just drooled some onto my thigh, but I tasted it, and there's some in my beard. So 2 samples spilled, 1 sample secured, 3 samples on record. The Jets are playing on the. Okay, I don't know. I think the Jets. If they only win 1 game all year, it could be in London. And the Jets have no wins. And Denver is a team. The Jets are a team. I expect the Jets to win. I expect the Jets to win. Because everybody flew on a jet. Ponies and trains. So that game kicks off in 4 hours. I'll probably enjoy a bootleg. There'll be some some English show in England live streaming from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London. The Broncos will lose in London. I bet. I mean, I don't want Broncos to go. I separate the team. The quality of the Bronco player does not mean I love Denver. I'm not a bit. The Denver people are their own special breed of human being. They're almost superior. They're all like Superman. They have less oxygen, and they can beat us with less oxygen in the air. As a typical American, I grew up a 1,000 feet above sea level, luckily, but the average American, Los Angeles is like under 1,000, really close to sea level. So we're all sea level. Everybody in the NFL is a sea level city, except you play Denver and they're 3,000 feet in the air, and these people live without oxygen, and they come down to here and they suck it all up, and then they run around us. It's not fair to train. The average Denver person doesn't even want to come down, and they don't need our oxygen. They'd rather stay up there with less oxygen than go on a road trip. It's harder to win in Denver. Denver is on the road. They're traditionally bad on the road because they don't like too much oxygen. They don't know who to send. They have lung conditions. They got lung conditions on every flight. They're like, oh, this guy can't fly because he has X level of oxygen in his fucking blood. They're on some different shit. Not every Bronco player can go on a road game. The Broncos don't take everybody, okay? Broncos leave a lot of guys at home. That's what I'm getting at. The Broncos don't travel with the entire team because the entire team is so fucking big. That's just what I heard. That could be one season, relative, 2 season. Most people up there, you might go play up there, but you're so busy getting acclimated, you can't come down because you're struggling to live at the high. There's no reason to go down and give up. You'll be giving up as soon as you won't want to go back. That's my perception. Radio now, 240. Oh, I got tortilla chips and flour tortillas. That's all I got. It's 240. I wanted to get chicken, but I was too cheap to pay for it. So I'm gonna wrap up this episode after eyeballing the final. What does that say? Radio. So I just got a report from South Sudan. People posing, looking for food. I like that. The African army is good at posing in the farm. They're like, are we on camera? Okay, let me pull on this tuber. African music. Yeah, you know they got flies. You hear the fly? Listen. Flies, man, I got flies. I'm in Africa. You wanna watch the interviews? He's got RPG-7. 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 This unit will wipe out any fucking American patrol. He's got RPG-7, bro. That can wipe out any American patrol. That respect that. Umugi of the fruits, c'est la dose.
Ici, vous avez les volontaires qui appartiennent à ce qu'on appelle l'armée blanche. Ils sont prêts à nous défendre quoi qu'il arrive sur notre territoire. Ils ne mènent pas l'offensive. Leur première mission, c'est de garder les chèvres et les vaches et de protéger les civils, les papas, les mamans. Mais si quiconque essayait de nous attaquer, ici où je me trouve, il participerait au combat.
L'armée blanche, c'est le premier pas pour ces jeunes vers une vie de combat qui s'inscrit dans la culture ancestrale des Nuers. Ce chef rebelle a besoin d'eux pour maintenir son peuple sur ce territoire grand comme l'Irlande du Nord et coupé du reste du pays par la guerre contre le gouvernement.
RPG-7. RPG-7. Okay, the rocket is a $200 warhead, and it's a $2,000 for the launcher. You can't see the launcher in this picture, but the empty RPG-7 is $2,000, right? Okay. The price in Hindi. The 2,000 price in Hindi for the empty RPG launcher, and 200 per rocket, and it's guaranteed to wipe an entire squad. All right, they're playing with bullets, man. You have to understand the scope. The scope itself is the most treacherous thing. Yeah, man. I'm just watching YouTube. Look at. Should we make a white face paint should the black quarterbacks put white face paint on? I don't know. So why am I watching this on investigations? Sudan, South Sudan rebels. Those are the rebels. Rebels have RPG-7. I like RPG-7. 50%. It's got the. You have to understand. It's a 50% chance that your rocket lands exactly where you want. Okay. You need two rockets every time you want to shoot your rocket launcher, all right? So the first rocket is always just ha 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 ha. Guess what? I see you. Okay, but by the time you put the second rocket in, it's guaranteed to hit. So everybody needs 2 rockets. So, and your buddy and if you can fire 2 at the same time, it's even better because one will. You have to work in a team, 2 people to 2 launchers, 4 rockets. It's cheap. Americans just don't even see it. Like, when's the last time anybody got hit by a rocket was Benitez, Santiago Vega. It's been a long time this is American get hit by a rocket. Everybody hits each other with the rockets, but they like okay. No, the rocket. Americans don't like it. You can shoot them with a gun. Americans take their losses. Rocket. The Call of Duty rocket sucks ass, man. And even Fortnite had rocket riding. Rockets are so slow you could ride on them. Anyway, the Halo rocket, best rocket, Halo rocket, Spanker. Okay. What made Halo 2 realistic as a simulation is probably that the rocket was such an effective. The rocket was a fun thing. You can duck a rocket more likely. It's better to try I think it's better to duck a rocket in Halo than it is to jump a rocket. Okay. It's all about your perception of the rocket hitbox. If I shoot a rocket at you in Halo, you know it comes out of the top of my head. It comes up, it almost comes above. It doesn't. It's not firing out of my foot. Okay. Don't jump a rocket in Halo. Bad luck. In before all the Halo experts tell me I'm wrong. If you're too close to a wall, you're more likely to kill yourself. Okay, the Halo rocket is notorious for respawning the operator. When you watch police videos, they kept calling the driver an operator of the vehicle. So rockets kick ass. Rockets are cheap. Rockets are easier to produce than ammunition. A rocket is big, so it has bigger parts. My phone's under 20% battery. I want to look at the statistics for this episode. We're 6 minutes away from 2 hours. I think I'm going to make it 2 hours listening to the radio as I look at statistics.
These programs are asking for, these kids feel like this is their identity opposed to figuring it out at such a young age, right? We're through all this stuff, we're pushing them to it. And as parents and as coaches, we got to really sit back and see what we're doing to these kids, right? And what the point of being here is, everyone, because there's some more money in the young age, and
it's plugged in.
That's where I really think it's going astray and becoming such a big issue. I see it, man. Every other week there's some sort of violence at a sporting event. Whether it's umpires, coaches, that's the only thing. The abuse, and I can't see this stuff, right? So it's all part of the same situation, right? Where you see coaches
Show me your rocket. Let me scroll up and read every single chat one more time, just in case I didn't miss anything. Trump likes our rockets. Our rockets are just yet that you don't know how to use them. Lamb chops. Nick and Sharon, Victor and Nikki. Oh my God, I remember watching The Young and the Restless. Michael Damian, Cookies. Win episode. I'm so happy he made it today. Always a good day catching up. Episode live. Camel brush. Yeah, the camel brush hygiene. Keep your beard trimmed up. You keep that beard trimmed. Bet that feels good with the camel brush. Yeah, I bet. You got 2 brushes. Yeah, you carry your brush. Balls to the wall. Should I shave my balls with the camel hair brush? Free babies for all Army women. I can grandfather you in. Broke soft dick men. Trust we all do work for the government. The kitchen seems fun. Hopefully rested up. I slept too much yesterday. Flying cheese. I could easily be still awake during kickoff in 4 hours. So I'll be like watching this overseas game. The Jets and Broncos. The result will loom over all 7 games I cover at 10 a.m. I'll probably want to go shopping, pick up some beer. The chances of actually falling asleep, non-existent. Should go walk around the city. I need to go. My heel hurts. I need a Band-Aid for the back of my foot. My Achilles tendon needs a Band-Aid. Sad. But I can just put on longer socks because I'm currently wearing socks that don't cover my ankle. They cover my heel, not my ankle. You shouldn't wear socks this low in army boots. It's really bad. You get chafed. But the light chafing on my left Achilles. It's radio time.
And if you have any topics or anything, or questions, please feel free to reach out to me and Anthony.
Reach out if you have a topic. If Mario Kart is $80, are you gonna play for 80 hours or 800 hours or 8,000 hours? Say 8,000 hours. What? Price per hour. You usually only play a game for 30 hours. You only rent it. You might play 10 hours a day. You get 3 days on a rental. You should beat it. You can't beat it. A game shouldn't have more than, you should go, people who read books and beat games have the same pace. You might read 2 books a week. You might beat 2 games a week. It's not normal for a video game to take an entire lifetime to not have an ending. So the most popular games are the games that never end because they want to be like World of Warcraft. So what the average new gamer misses out on is actually playing a game that has an ending. And thus get twice a week beating a game. said they put. Well said. I like the way that came out, and we made it over 2 hours. Hey, if you played Mario Golf and you beat it, okay, congratulations. Yeah, I'm sure you can walk away from it. Go back to Tiger Woods on EA. You'll get an online message that says, "Sorry, no players were here to challenge you. We'll give you $5 off on the new version of Tiger Woods." The EA is gonna hook you up with a. They see you on your Xbox. If you plug in your old, this version is no longer compatible, but we'll give you a $5 discount at the new store for the PS5 edition. But you'll play with the PS4 settings. Scott the Waz with this good video today. If you didn't watch, current pricing. What's the game worth? You play a game for the rest of your life. Is it worth you? Is the game worth you? And I'm not. None of these games are worth me. And I'm happy that my current hardware can't run any game because none of them are worth me. And that's a incredible thing to comprehend because I've already played every game I wanted to play. I've played them all. You can ask me about any. You can ask me about any random game. I know everything about it. Okay, I'm pilled. I have a base in every gaming franchise. And I've played every spin-off that nobody's ever heard of, and I'm still looking at new stuff. But nothing is as important as the stuff that I grew up with when I was gaming on Macintosh or Apple or the Apple IIe or just a regular 1981 arcade way before Nintendo, and you could just play Star Wars, and everybody in America was exposed to the same exact arcade cabinet that I saw. Like this, so I cannot deny what was here, and Nintendo is some shit ass games. They run good ports, like SimCity, which is a Macintosh game. You can play Shadowgate, which is like a computer game. You could play half of the NES library is fucking PC games and ports. With a drizzle of Japanese. No good. I miss World of Warcraft because WoW is worthy of any man. Every man should play WoW. But under the current ladder system, unless I'm on a brand new realm that opens Tuesday, I have a two days to get ready. And you're gonna do a 60-day grind, then it only takes 60 days to really hit a new server and finish. I mean, I'm telling you, if you're taking more than, and I go slow to maximize the amount of money I have, and I could have been doing that wrong by playing Rogue in the first place. But if you only play one hero on day one, you have to literally create 2 heroes on day one just to start collecting your rested bonus. If you nobody makes 2 heroes when they log in. It's kind of like impossible. It's really a 3D math. You're trying to save 30 minutes in 8 days. I'm gonna take a 30. Maybe I don't know how long it takes to make a second character. At most 10 minutes. You're gonna take 10 minutes to save 30 minutes next week, and you're gonna not touch a character for 6 days a week. You're only gonna play you're gonna rotate your characters. You have 7 characters. You only play 8 hours a day. If you play more than 8 hours a day, you're toast. You've already fucked up. If you can't get everything done in 8 hours, you're done. It takes 6 days and 16 hours to get full rest. If you're not fully rested, your entire play session, you logged on too soon. They might not even have 7 or 8 characters available on these damn villas. Because back in the day, in the original vanilla, you couldn't have 8 characters on a single realm. That's way too many. You got held back to it was only like 5 characters. And even Maple Story is all based about how many characters you own, not the quality of your best character. So when I was playing Maple Story, I learned that you have to play every single class. Currently, World of Warcraft is a single class game, and it doesn't recommend, it doesn't boost, it doesn't give you any reward for having an alt. Everybody thinks, oh, I'm special, I play every class at level 80. There's no Maple Tree. There's no account bonus for having an account level based upon all your characters. So World of Warcraft is kind of shit, dude. It's like you can't. It's just fucking shit, dude. Korean RPGs have a better account balance where you get not just a crafting recipe on one character. I did all this for my alchemist. You raise all your alts to gain power distributed amongst all of them. Right, so I got on my iPad, I got 5 characters over 100. My pirate is 181. If I can log into my pirate on Maple Story right now. See what I obviously have to upload this weekly patch, but we'll play some. I can stream straight from Maple to YouTube. You'll see my stream come up later. Go Maple login. It's nice this week. This is how I stopped playing World of Warcraft to learn the Maple Story. I'll show you the hard way. The hard way. Nets Pyramid. This game is 22 years old, older than World of Warcraft. So it's just more money. and it's so complicated. I don't understand it. Is right, but I'm still 100 level 180, and half the fun of playing a role-playing game is not understanding what the hell you're doing. Yes, sir. I'm gonna wrap up the. I'll show you my pictures. Let me show you my most recent picture. My cookie. I ate the whole thing. Good episode. Let myself go up. They never grow up. At least my beard's all facing the structure. You want to look at this? I should actually show you that. I'll show you this. It's all good camel hair brush, really good. I'll see you next time, guys. With football action.